concentrate on this one spot and see if she gets used to me. A couple of days later, she's at the cave again. She's coming out. Oh dear, what an angry cat. The fire in those eyes. If looks could kill. The trouble is she could kill. Mountain lions have fatally injured a couple of people in the US recently. But there's really no danger, as long as I remain sensitive to her moods. Anyway, she's much more afraid of me. Those ears are so expressive. Turned back, listening to me. Yes, I'm sure she's a female. She has a thinner face than that male we saw earlier. And this is encouraging. She isn't fleeing. If she sticks around, she might be our star. We soon learn that she'll accept only one person at a time. So Donnie looks for other cats while I tried to get her used to me being out in the open. And after several weeks, it's working. Well, sort of. She's wagging her tail in annoyance. I wonder what goes on in her mind. Eye contact is most important to a cat, and I have to look away to release the tension. I seem to be forever waiting by the cave in the hope she's in there. Maybe not this time. Those guanacos are alarmed. Ah, there she is. So close. Her ears turned back in doubt. But it's fascinating how she looks at me. This is a serious game of cat and mouse. And guess who's the mouse? Luckily, she's beginning to ignore me and my shadow on the rocks. She's more interested in considering whether she could catch those grazing guanacos. Our persistence is beginning to pay off. After 3.5 months, she's finally trusting me. It's a wonderful moment. I'm always dubious about giving wild animals names, but she's such a special cat, I'll call her Penny, after an old friend. Sitting beside her, just 20 feet away, a completely wild puma trusting me not to harm her, is one of the greatest privileges I've ever been granted.
Now it is spring, Penny has an increasing variety of prey to choose from. Many birds fly in to breed. These are upland geese. And on the more open plains, the ostrich-like rhea thrives, raising many young. Both these species form a part of Penny's diet, but are not as important as the hare. Introduced from Europe at the end of the 19th century, they have flourished and are now the puma's most frequent prey. But the most important source of food are these wild ancestors of the llama, the guanaco. Late spring is the time for births, and within 2 weeks, mating, so males must establish their territories, and this means war. Even when distracted by their battles, guanacos are always alert for danger. Though Penny is largely a creature of darkness and more interested in sunbathing at midday, she is an opportunist and will hunt any time there's a chance of success. Puma predation can be a serious problem for guanacos, so they prefer to feed and give birth on more open areas, as these provide a measure of safety from puma attack. There is also safety in numbers, so most births take place in a period of just 2 weeks and are of necessity a speedy affair. Young chulengos are a puma's favorite prey, and one wandering away from the herd will attract Penny's attention.
Up until now, it's been impossible to film Penny hunting, for if she's being watched by anyone, guanacos or me, she just gives up. But after several weeks of patience, she's trusting me enough to continue, though with one ear keeping track of me.
There is a critical balance between Penny and her prey, an unremitting contest between the puma's stealth and the guanaco's sharp eyes. On most occasions like this, the eyes win. Guanacos are no respecters of fences, and though the park is flanked by sheep ranches, the animals come and go as they please, including some of the pumas. Catching alert guanacos is usually difficult. Catching sheep is easy, and Penny occasionally crosses the fence. But this brings her into conflict with humans. Sheep farming on the edge of the park is big business, and though pumas are officially protected in Chile, the law is ineffective. Ranchers employ hunters to protect their interests, and with big bounties offered, puma persecution is intense. Our cat Penny is protected in the park, but once the dogs are on her trail, the boundaries might be ignored. After this scrape with the hunter and his dogs, Hugh and Donnie spend several days in futile searching. Penny has disappeared. It is then that they find some alarming evidence.